Creepy knocks in the night. Shadowy figures at the window. And doors swinging open on their own. These videos show things that were never meant to be seen. The Stanley Hotel is known as one of the most haunted places in the world. Some even believe it's a portal to the spirit world. Stephen King stayed here once and had a nightmare so scary it inspired The Shining. Inside room 2117, investigators felt electric jolts and heard strange voices.
Do you just hear something?
Yes, you do.
Hide.
Hide! Kids, children. Is this a child?
Whoa. I got chills, man.
Whoa, did you guys heard that?
Yeah.
That sounded like somebody responded.
That's not all, guys. There was also an evil laugh echoing through the room.
He's the cowboy. He doesn't have a name.
That's insane.
Bro, I hear that. Listen. Are you with me? That's on this door, bro.
No.
Very evil laughing.
Listen.
On the 4th floor, in room 428, a dark figure known as the Cowboy appears. Some say he watches you sleep and whispers through the walls. Haunted Hotel. A guy was exploring an abandoned hotel at night that people say is haunted, and soon he found out why. While checking the dark halls, he suddenly heard dishes clinking, like someone stacking them nearby. But when he went to look, no one was there. Things got creepier when a painting started moving on its own.
怎么可能会，对吧？
Then, while checking a hallway, he spotted a white figure just standing there inside a room. That's when he dropped everything and ran. He came for answers, but got a warning instead. Hallway haunting. It was March 11th, 2023, when a hotel hallway turned downright creepy. A girl had just stepped into the corridor, heading toward her room. Nothing out of the ordinary, until a plant fell right in front of her, like it had been pushed. No one was around. No windows open. Then came a strange gust of air in that sealed hallway. That was enough for her. She ran straight into her room and slammed the door shut. Dungeon Darum. Helen Parker, an Aussie reporter who never believed in ghosts, thought she'd prove everyone wrong. She entered Scotland's 800-year-old Delhusi Castle and went straight to the dungeon alone at 2 a.m. At first, it was quiet, until she joked about the ghost Lady Catherine being fake. Seconds later, a chair moved with force on its own. Helen felt a weird electric jolt on the side of her face and ran out in full panic. Safe to say, she doesn't call it rubbish anymore. Doll possession. A leaked clip from a haunted hotel caused enough panic to shut the place down for good. It showed a woman picking up an old doll and talking to it like it was a real baby. But then her voice changed. Deeper, colder, like something else had taken over. Her eyes went blank, like she wasn't even there anymore. The whole scene felt wrong. People say whatever lived in that hotel found a way to speak, and chose her as its mouthpiece. Ghost knock.
Hay un niño golpeando la puerta.
A man kept hearing loud knocks at his door every morning right before sunrise. He believed it was the spirit of a young boy who once died in that house, but one morning felt different. As he walked up to the door, he saw a small figure just standing there, still and quiet. His stomach dropped. When he slowly opened the door, the figure had vanished. He hasn't slept right since, and now avoids the door when the knocking starts. Midnight intruder. This man thought it was just another quiet night at the hotel until the knocking started, loud, repeated. When he finally opened the door, the hallway was empty. No guests, no staff, nothing. Just as he turned to head back inside, a shadow zipped past the window. That's when he heard it. Soft, childlike laughter. He flipped on the light and saw a child in the corner, who disappeared within seconds. Later, he found a skull under the bathroom tap. Then came the sound on the roof, and something was watching. Ghost attack. This hotel room looks normal at first, but what happened inside is downright scary. A young woman was sleeping peacefully when her door slowly creaked open on its own. First, her blanket moved like something invisible was tugging it. Seconds later, the girl herself was pulled. Yes, dragged across the floor by something no one could see. It took her right out of the room. Ghost girl.
Whoa. Oh, se queda.
A YouTuber exploring an old abandoned hotel thought it'd just be another creepy video until it turned real. As he moved deeper into the dark halls, something stopped him in his tracks. A little ghost girl watching him from a distance. He quickly raised his camera, but she vanished into the shadows. Drawn by curiosity, he followed her into the kitchen, but once inside, the door slammed shut behind him. He was trapped. With no sign of the girl, and no way out. Shadow Watcher. A little girl peeked through the hotel room blinds just out of curiosity, but what she saw froze her in place. Right outside, a dark, shadowy figure was walking by, slowly, like it knew she was watching. It wasn't rushing. It wasn't random. The way it turned, like it was looking straight at her, was enough to fill the room with dread. She wasn't sure if it was planning to stop or just move along. Either way, she let those blinds fall and backed away fast. Frozen frame. This house has been empty since the 80s, but this guy wanted to see for himself. He walked in, camera rolling, expecting cracked walls and dust, but when he checked the footage later, something was off. Two identical girls were standing in the middle of the living room, staring. He looked away for a second, then back. They were gone. The creepiest part is that one frame was all that remained. The rest of the video got corrupted, like it was never supposed to be seen. Window Watcher.
Sí, miren, ahí se ve, se alcanza a ver una cara. Porque estoy...
This guy had heard all the rumors an old hotel suddenly shut down. No explanation. Locals whispering that it's haunted. His curiosity got the best of him, so one night he showed up to check things out. He stood outside, filming the dark, empty building from the sidewalk. Everything seemed quiet until his camera caught something. A pale face just staring at him from one of the windows. He rushed inside, heart pounding. Room after room, empty, but the air felt heavy, cold. Something was there, watching. He didn't wait to find out.
Sí, miren, ahí se ve, se alcanza a ver una cara. Porque estoy...
Hidden face.
Ay, qué miedo.
A man was fixing a hallway light in his rental when he noticed something strange. The place always felt off cold spots, creaks, that uneasy feeling, but he let it slide. While reaching up on the chair, his eyes caught the wall beside him. That's when he saw it. A faint face pressing through the surface flat, pale, and not human. It didn't move, just stared like it had always been there. He stepped down slowly, heart pounding. Now he knew he wasn't living there alone.
Ay, qué miedo.
Silent reply. During a quiet hotel investigation, a team heard soft humming coming from the corner of the room. When they moved closer, their EMF detector lit up right near the bathroom. They set up a spirit box, and shockingly, a voice answered back. But the real scare came when a door slowly closed by itself. Nobody was near it, and the camera caught the whole thing. Later, during the video review, they spotted something else, a white figure behind one of them. It looked like a maid, and then it was gone. Cloak warning. A man was staying alone in a quiet hotel room when something strange happened. The old wall clock, broken for years, suddenly started shaking on its own. Feeling unsettled, he grabbed his phone and asked out loud if anything was there. Right then, the clock's hand moved.
Holy f***.
Seconds later, the door creaked open.
I know that was not just open. That was shut.
No wind, no footsteps, just silence. That's when he whispered, "Something's here." Maybe it wasn't trying to scare him. Maybe it just wanted to be heard after all these years. And he finally listened. Cabinet chaos.
Some of the materials that you'll need to create a cover sheet are, of course, you'll need some scissors.
This guy was filming a chill tutorial for his illustration class. Nothing out of the ordinary. But then, things took a creepy turn. Right in the middle of his video, the kitchen cabinets behind him started opening and slamming shut by themselves. He was completely alone in the house. Turns out, he'd always felt something was off in that place. But now, he has proof. And honestly, if that happened to me, I'd be out the door in seconds.
The mat board your artwork is mounted to.
Dorm visitor. These two college guys were just asleep in their hostel room when things got weird. They started tossing around like they couldn't get comfortable. Then the door creaked open by itself. And that's when a faint, blurry shape slipped inside. Seconds later, one guy's legs lifted off the bed like something was dragging him. He fought it, kicked hard, and suddenly sat up, confused and breathing heavily. Floating terror. 3 little girls were just playing in the living room while the parents were out. One of them walked into the hallway, holding something nothing unusual. But then, out of nowhere, she slowly lifted off the floor like something invisible grabbed her. The other 2 girls screamed and ran. Seconds later, she dropped down like it never happened. When the parents watched the footage, they were stunned. No strings, no one around, just pure, unexplained terror. It looked like something, or someone, had stepped in. Room 209. This creepy hotel footage from September 2003 still gives people chills. Guests at a Wingate Hotel in Illinois kept calling the front desk, reporting screams from room 209, but no one was supposed to be in there. John, the staff on duty, decided to check it out. As he opened the door, a ghostly shadow slipped right past him. The room was completely empty, except for the shower running by itself. That was enough. John quickly backed out. He knew something wasn't right. Cafe chaos. This hotel's empty cafeteria turned into a nightmare, and it's all caught on CCTV. A woman was sitting alone, waiting for someone, when she suddenly felt a strange presence. Then the chair beside her moved all by itself. Before she could react, more chairs and tables started shaking and falling like something was angry. It even pushed her to the ground, and she fainted. Luckily, a guard rushed in just in time and pulled her out, but whatever was in there stayed behind. Cabin watcher. A couple was working late inside a remote cabin, but they weren't alone. One of them noticed flickering lights upstairs, and when they looked up, they saw a creepy figure watching them from the second floor. Curious but uneasy, one of them went up to check, but the place was completely empty. No signs of anyone, just silence, and that's what made it even more terrifying. Scary lobby. A couple was chilling in a hotel lobby late at night when they heard something unusual. They came out to check with their cameras on, and this is what their camera caught. A dark shadow figure seemed to be coming toward them. They didn't wait to find out what it was. After that, they never dared to step foot in that hotel again. Tiny terror. A man was about to leave his apartment when the building's security camera caught something strange creeping in the background. A small, shadowy figure, child-sized, darted past like it had been watching him the whole time. Some say it looked like a demon on night patrol. Others say it resembled Dobby. But jokes faded quick when the figure froze, like it knew it got caught, then vanished. Small shadows like this might seem harmless, but there's something deeply wrong when innocence comes with no face. Shadow sighting. A tourist was staying in a hotel when he heard a weird noise outside. Curious, he walked over to the window and froze. Right there on top of a parked bus was a black shadow, sitting completely still. At first, he thought his eyes were playing tricks, until the figure slowly turned its head. Its movement felt too real, too creepy. He didn't stick around to get a better look. He backed away and shut the curtains. Whatever that was, it wasn't just a shadow. Rooftop lurker. Late one night, a university student studying near his hotel caught a glimpse of something chilling, a ghostly figure pacing the rooftop in total silence. The area was blocked off, so he couldn't get close, but the sight stuck with him. Soon after, another student from a nearby hotel saw the same figure right after the lights cut out. Word spread fast. No one knows who or what is up there, but now, no one wants a room with a rooftop view. Bathroom haunt. A guy was casually filming a hotel room tour when things took a creepy turn. Just as he walked toward the bathroom, the door suddenly slammed shut, like someone was inside. Thinking it was just a draft, he opened the door to check, but no one was there. Still, he couldn't shake the feeling that something was watching him. That heavy, eerie silence, it said enough. Without wasting another second, he packed his stuff and asked to switch rooms fast. Creepy clinger. A man had been feeling off in his house for weeks. Strange noises, cold spots, the usual weird stuff. But then he checked his security footage, and everything changed. On the screen, something dark was clinging to the wall, bent in a way no human should be. Its arms stretched out, like it was trying to reach across the room, and those eyes glowing, steady, almost aware. He swears nothing was there in real life, but the camera, it definitely caught something. Elevator mystery. Back in 2013, a college student named Elisa Lam vanished while staying at LA's Cecil Hotel. She was seen on camera in the elevator, acting oddly, pressing every button, peeking out nervously, and talking to someone who wasn't there. Then she was gone. After days of searching, her body was found in the rooftop water tank. Guests had been using that water. Police ruled it an accident, but with no clear answers, this case still sends chills through anyone who watches that footage. Night visitor. That old house had a weird rule. Nobody slept in the upstairs bedroom. They said the room gave people bad dreams. One guy decided to see for himself. He set up a camera and went to sleep. Around 2 a.m., the curtains moved, even though the windows were closed. Then a pale blur floated in. The man started twitching in his sleep like something had hold of him. He sat up suddenly, rubbing his head. But the next morning, the footage showed everything, and it wasn't just a dream. Missing boots. Jasmine and her daughter were staying at a hotel when they spotted a creepy figure near the exit. They didn't stick around. They ran straight back to their room. Later that night, Jasmine checked the hallway footage on the hotel app. That's when it got strange. The door opened slowly, then shut on its own. A few days later, hotel staff checked a long, vacant floor and found some disturbing piles of little kids' shoes. Right in the middle, her daughter's missing boots. No one stayed on that floor in years, so who's been leaving the shoes? Prison haunt. An old prison outside Nashville had always been talked about like it was cursed. Locals said spirits still wandered the halls, but this guy thought it was just old stories. He went in with his camera, looking for cool footage. At first it was quiet, just the usual creaks. But then, right at the end of the hallway, he spotted it, a figure, not moving. just standing there. That's when it hit him. This place wasn't empty. It never was. Something still calls it home. Basement horror.
Can you tell me what you want?
One man living in a hotel kept hearing strange voices coming from the basement late at night. At first, he thought it was just old pipes, or maybe someone sneaking around. But one night, curiosity got the better of him. He grabbed his phone, hit record, and went downstairs. That's when he saw it, a small shadow, just child-sized, peeking out from behind a wall. It didn't move, didn't speak, but as he stepped closer, it vanished. Every time he turned, it reappeared, watching, waiting, like it wanted to be seen, but not found.
How do you do that? Can you please wait a second? Just... Oh, okay.
Dare gone. And this encounter started as a fun challenge, just some friends sneaking into an old house for a late-night dare. Locals always talked about a girl who vanished there, but no one really believed it. They joked around, stepping over broken tiles and old junk, until one of them froze. Behind a cracked wall, a pale girl slowly stepped forward, silent, staring. No one said a word, they just ran. But even from the street, they swore they saw her face in the window, still watching. Night visitor. One guy booked a solo night at a hotel, just looking for some quiet. But things got weird fast. His door slowly closed on its own. No wind, no one there. Then he noticed his clothes in the corner shifting, like someone was hiding behind them. That's when he saw it. A figure in a white robe standing near the wall. After that, strange knocks, whispers, and cold air filled the room. He barely made it through the night and swore he'd never come back. Kitchen grab. A woman was walking toward her kitchen table just like any normal day when something unseen yanked her hair hard. She stumbled forward, totally confused, but the real scare came later when she checked the footage. In the window behind her, a dark figure appeared for just a moment. No one else was home. The whole thing was caught on camera, and once the clip hit the internet, people couldn't stop talking. Whatever it was, it didn't want to stay hidden for long. Taken over. She just went to check on her kid, that's all. But what happened next, caught on a hotel camera in Ohio, shook people to the core. An unseen force yanked her out of the room. She came back, fighting to stay upright, only to be dragged again, this time down the stairs. The door slammed behind her. A few minutes later, she walked out, but something felt off. Her movements, her face, it wasn't the same. Some believe she didn't walk out alone. Something else came back with her. Trapped spirit. In 2016, a night guard at a San Francisco college was doing his usual rounds when he heard a loud sound. He turned just in time to catch a shadowy figure slip around the hallway corner. Thinking it was a student, he chased it, but no one was there. He checked the stairwell, still empty. Locals say the school's haunted by a girl who died there years ago, and that night, the guard may have seen her still stuck in the halls she never truly left. Missing head. Some guests at a hotel restaurant swore they saw a waiter without a head. The staff didn't believe them until they checked the security footage. There he was, walking past tables, serving like everything was normal, except he had no head. The uniform matched what the servers wore, but no one on the schedule looked like him. He walked through the gallery, then vanished near the kitchen doors. No one ever saw him enter or leave. To this day, no one knows who or what that figure really was. Crying shadow. A family has just started settling into the house when things got weird. One night, the man heard soft crying and saw a small figure in the hallway. It looked like his son, so he called out and followed. But then his wife spoke from behind and said their son was still asleep in bed. The next morning, security footage confirmed it. A childlike figure really had passed through the hallway before vanishing. They say maybe it was a friendly spirit, but deep down, something about it didn't sit right. Art lover spirit. The museum was locked up for the night with no guests, no staff. But when the guards checked security footage, they spotted a woman walking through the exhibits. She looked calm, almost curious. But here's the thing, guys. No alarms went off. No doors were opened. And she wasn't on any visitor log. She just appeared and vanished. Some think she's connected to one of the artifacts. Maybe something with a heavy past. Whatever the case, it's clear some visitors don't need a ticket to get in. Hallway presence. This unsettling video from 2016 is creeping people out all over again. A baby girl is seen standing alone in a hotel hallway when a shadowy figure quickly moves across in front of her. At first, it's fast, almost like a glitch. But then it circles back, slowly heading straight toward her. The little girl doesn't even notice. No one else is around. Some think the hotel is haunted. Others believe the spirit was attached to her. Either way, it's a moment that still gives people chills. Shadow twin. Late one night, a toddler was caught on home security footage wandering sleepily down the hallway. But just before he reached the door, a second child walked in behind him. Same size, same walk, but something felt off. The parents figured it was a glitch until they remembered they only have one child. The camera didn't lie. That second figure moved too smoothly to be a shadow and too real to ignore. So now the big question is, who or what was following their son that night? Vanished guest. Lars Mittank checked into a hotel in Bulgaria after an injury kept him from flying with his friends. But something about that stay turned dark fast. He texted his mom saying he was being followed and didn't feel safe. The next day, at the airport, cameras caught him suddenly bolting, leaving his bags behind. He jumped a fence and vanished into the woods. No one's seen him since. What really happened in that hotel? No one knows. But his disappearance still haunts anyone who hears about it. Houston ghost.
Who is he talking to?
A late-night shift in a Houston building took a weird turn. A guard radioed in.
Dispatch to 329.
329, go ahead.
Saying Miss Abigail was there to see Mr. Griffin.
Yes, sir. Who are you talking to?
I'm talking to the lady. I saw her walking by the store and she said she's looking for Mr. Griffin. Her name is Miss Abigail.
But the team froze Miss Abigail, who had died 2 years ago. The guard didn't seem confused, though. He kept talking like she was standing right there with him. When they checked the cameras, it got even creepier. No one else was there, just the guard, talking to thin air. Whatever or whoever he saw, he truly believed it was real.
Are you sure you're saying Miss Abigail? Like, she's been passed on for 2 years now.
Possessed hotel maid. In 2018, a hotel staff member noticed a maid acting off during her shift. Concerned, they reviewed the security footage, and what they saw was unsettling. The maid was pointing at a corner like she saw someone, but no one else was there. Her movements were odd, and her face looked pale and distant, almost not human. Some say it looked like a scene from a real-life exorcism. It wasn't a health issue. Many believe something else had taken control of her, something not of this world. Hotel haunting. There was this hotel room video I came across, and it still gives me chills. A young woman was filming herself late at night, whispering, "It's coming," while staring at the dark hallway behind her. At first, nothing happened, but the tension felt heavy, like something was there. Then, out of nowhere, the camera shifted on its own, pointing straight into the hallway. A shadowy figure flickered for just a second. When it cut back, the girl had her eyes shut tight, like she knew it was already too late. It didn't scream or move fast. It just was there. Doll trouble. Jaden had a feeling something wasn't right in his sister's room. Her doll kept making sounds randomly, like it had a mind of its own. So one day, he decided to record it. The second he started filming, the doll made another weird noise. He turned to leave, but then something crashed and rolled right past his feet. That's when he bolted. Later, he admitted this wasn't a one-time thing. Strange stuff had been happening for weeks, and that doll seemed to be in the middle of it all. And now, let us move on to our subscriber pick of the day.
This amount from you.
Does this work?
This one's tough to explain. Back in 2020, police were called to a hotel in Beaver Creek, Ohio. A woman was reportedly acting strange with the staff. Turns out, it was Irene Bedard, the voice of Disney's Pocahontas. Things got tense fast. Officers tried to calm her down, but what really stuck with people wasn't her behavior. It was what showed up later. Body cam footage revealed a shadowy figure rising from the floor and slipping into the wall behind her. The officer didn't seem to notice anything at the time. Some say it was just a trick of the light. Others believe Irene might have been under something, not entirely human. Now, what do you think, guys? Is it a paranormal encounter, or just weird timing on tape? See you next time!
Does this work?
I